Hey guys, it's Val, your go-to gal for all things health, diet, fitness, and happy living. In today's video, we're going to explore how to make homemade sauerkraut. The classic fermented cabbage that's delicious, healthy, and surprisingly easy to make, right in your own kitchen. Why make sauerkraut? Sauerkraut isn't just a tasty topping. It's full of probiotics that support digestion and immunity. Making it at home means all natural, no preservatives, more crunch, and you can control the flavor completely. What you'll need: 1 medium green cabbage, about 3 pounds. 1.5 tablespoons non-iodized salt. And optional spices: caraway, juniper, garlic, chili. Equipment: large mixing bowl, glass jar or for fermentation crock, fermentation weight or small jar, clean towel and rubber band. You only need cabbage, salt, and a clean jar. Optional seasoning add depth, but they're not required. The key is cleanliness and patience. So prep that cabbage. Step 1. Slice thin for even fermentation. Start by removing the outer leaves of your cabbage and setting them aside. Slice the cabbage thinly. This gives it consistent texture and helps the salt draw moisture out evenly. Now adding the salt. Step 2. Adding 1.5 tablespoons of salt for 3 pounds of cabbage. Next, sprinkle the salt over the cabbage and begin massaging gently. The salt pulls water from the cabbage, creating a natural brine. This is the foundation of safe fermentation. Massage and brine formation. Step 3. Massage 5 to 10 minutes until brine forms. As you continue kneading, the cabbage will soften and release liquid. When you can squeeze a handful out, the juice will just run out. It's steady to be packed. It's ready to be packed. Packing the jar. Step 4. Pack firmly and submerge under brine. Now it's time to pack the cabbage into the jar. Press it down firmly. This eliminates air pockets and raises brine level. Every bit of cabbage should be under the liquid, weighing and covering. Use a weight and cover loosely. They do make brine weights. Place one of the outer cabbage leaves on top to help keep everything submerged. Add a fermentation weight or a small clean jar. Then cover the opening with a towel to keep out dust while gases can still escape. The fermentation process. Ferment at room temperature, 70 degrees about. Time, now you gotta wait 1 to 4 weeks. This is where the magic happens. Leave your jar at room temperature and not too hot, not too cold, 65, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Within a few days, you'll see tiny bubbles as the natural bacteria begin transforming sugars into lactic acid. Now you can check your kraut. Skim off white film if needed. Taste your sauerkraut after about a week. When it's as tangy as you like, it's done. If you see the white film, that's harmless yeast. Just skim it off. Now just store it when you feel it's finished. Refrigerate to slow fermentation. Once your sauerkraut is just right, move it to the fridge. The cooler temperature is slow fermentation, keeping it fresh and flavorful for months. Taste test and texture. Crunchy. Tangy. fresh. A good batch of sauerkraut should be crisp, tangy, and slightly salty. The crunch means you nailed the fermentation process. Serving ideas. You can serve it on hot dogs or sausages, salads and bowls, sandwiches and toasts. You can use sauerkraut in so many dishes, on sausages, salads, grain bowls, or even as a side. It adds brightness and boosts your meal's nutrition. Here's some troubleshooting and tips. Always use clean equipment. Keep that kraut submerged under that brine. Patience pays off. Avoid metal lids during fermentation. If your kraut smells off or grows mold, start again with a fresh batch. Always keep the cabbage below the brine. Most important step. And remember, a little patience goes a long way. Conclusion. You did it! Fantastic! Homemade sauerkraut. Sauerkraut can be delicious and versatile, additional to many meals. And the great part is that once you've mastered this process, you can experiment with flavors. Think about adding caraway seeds for a traditional taste, or perhaps some chili flakes for a spicy kick. Each batch can be uniquely yours, tailored to your palate and preferences. As you start slicing your cabbage, the crunch of the knife against the fresh greens, first step in this culinary adventure. Cut cabbage into the large mixing bowl and take a moment to appreciate the vibrant, crisp greens before you. Remember, uniform slices not only enhance the texture, but also promote an even fermentation process, ensuring that every bite you finish sauerkraut is satisfying and crunchy. Once prepared, allow yourself to enjoy the aroma, wafting up and promising. As you need, observe how the vibrant green begins to soften, transforming under your touch, releasing its juices into the bowl, gradually forming a briny pool that signals the start of fermentation. This essential step is key, setting the foundation for the probiotic-rich delight that will soon follow in just a few days. Well, weeks. Remember, the key is to keep the cabbage well hidden beneath the flavorful brine, as it protects the fermentation process and promotes the wonderful tanginess you're aiming for. As you press down the cabbage, you may hear the satisfying squelch of liquid being released, reinforcing that you're on the right track. Be patient and use those muscles. This little detail will enhance the entire process, accommodating all the bubbles, excitement that comes from the natural fermentation. Over the next few days, keep an eye on the kraut as it begins to transform. Bubbles will form, and the smell of tangy goodness will start to fill your kitchen. Each day, take a moment to appreciate this magical process unfolding right before your eyes, indicating your homemade sauerkraut is well on its way to perfection. As the days pass, you'll want to check on your sauerkraut's progress. After about a week, get a clean spoon and taste a small sample. This is where the fun begins. If it's tangy and bursting with flavor, you're in great shape. If it's not quite there yet, no worries. Simply let it ferment for another week or two until it reaches that perfect balance of crunch and acidity. Remember, patience is your best friend in this delicious journey. Now that you've tasted your sauerkraut, it's time to decide how you'll savor this delightful creation. Whether you prefer it on a classic hot dog mixed into a refreshing salad or as a topping for savory sandwiches, sauerkraut can elevate every dish with its crunch and tang. Don't be afraid to explore various recipes that showcase this vibrant ingredient. Its versatility is endless, and each bite brings a burst of probiotic goodness. As you serve it, remember that sharing is caring, and your homemade sauerkraut is sure to impress family and friends alike, encouraging a new appreciation for fermented foods. Enjoy your culinary success. As you celebrate the creation of your homemade sauerkraut, remember to share your journey and results with others. The satisfaction of crafting this trendy treat is worth every moment spent, and your enthusiasm will inspire those around you to embrace fermentation. Each jar represents not just food, but a connection to healthy living and culinary creativity. Happy fermenting and enjoy the delicious journey ahead. And that's a wrap on your homemade sauerkraut adventure. From slicing cabbage to enjoying your delicious creation, each step plays a vital role in the incredible culinary journey. Embrace the flavors, savor the tang, and continue exploring the world of fermentation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Happy fermenting!